just went bought me a laundry machine, so I can keep washing money. Them gon' act like they down with the team, but they ain't get nothing from me. I have to get dripped before I hit the scene.
What's good? Big Nardo on me back with another live reaction. The world is going crazy, man. We 4 days into 2025, and we've already seen a couple of mass attacks on the public. If the year's starting off like this, then I don't know how it's gonna end, man. I don't know. But very strange times we're living in. But I know y'all heard about the Las Vegas event. I know y'all heard about the NOLA event. There's also a shooting in Mississippi, man. It's crazy all around. But I wanted to watch a couple of these videos with y'all, bro, and let's see what's really going on here.
Opportunity for Texas residents. We're looking for motivated people to take cybersecurity classes.
Man, make sure y'all staying safe outside.
You could earn your degree from the
keep you a little,
of your own
what I'm saying?
home.
Keep you some peace, a peacekeeper on you. You know what I'm saying? Keep something on you to make sure that you make it home safely, because that is not a guarantee when you walk out the door. Let's see, man. So this is first video, Las Vegas Cybertruck. Also, I want to see about this joint in New Orleans, man. I don't want to watch a video of the actual happening, but I do want to get some information about the person that did it. So we're gonna check out both of these. Let's see.
Officials in Vegas talking now about the Cybertruck attack there at the Trump Hotel. Let's listen in.
As many of you went to sleep last night, and I just want to give.
It's ironic, bro, because Trump and Elon Musk, they've been kind of buddy on the social medias and whatnot, and now you got the Trump Towers with one of Elon's truck out in front of it, and the guy blow it up. I don't know, we ain't trying to create a connection that ain't there, but I don't know. That's it's ironic. I'll say that.
Give you an update on a lot of what it is that we found through the processing of the Cybertruck. This is a joint investigation involving the FBI, the ATF, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and these folks worked through the night and found a lot of stuff that is very useful for this investigation. As you
found a lot of stuff.
Look at this Cybertruck here. We had to transport this down to our fleet services so that we could really get through this thing. And I remind you that the subject inside. They
say both the guy in New Orleans and the guy in Vegas, both of them rented their cars off Turo. People are trying to draw like parallels between the two situations and say that they may have been coordinated together.
Wasn't able to be.
I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but hey, who knows? We could be under attack and we don't even know it.
For a very long period of time because he was burnt beyond recognition. And so as we continue to move through this, I'm going to talk a little bit about his identity and what we believe. But I would like to highlight a couple of things that the teams found inside of the Cybertruck that are useful to the investigation. And that, first and foremost, is a military identification. We also found a passport. We found a Desert Eagle 50 caliber semi-automatic pistol.
They'd have burnt up the blicky. That's crazy, man.
And if you'll notice on a lot of these guns that we're going to talk about here, they're almost just burnt beyond recognition as well. There's a SLR model B30 semi-automatic firearm, number of fireworks that were still in the vehicle that had to be removed. Notably, we found an iPhone and a smartwatch, and then several credit cards were also in the name of our subject. Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's
say buddy was an ex-military too. Both of them here in New Orleans.
Of Colorado Springs.
Hey man, America has a mental health problem. We gotta address it. We gotta look it right in the eyes, and we gotta figure out how to fix it, man. Otherwise, this stuff is gonna get worse and worse.
Springs, Colorado, born July.
It's gonna turn to Gotham City out here for real.
July 22nd of 1987. Now, as you'll see here on a picture of his driver's license, let's see. The question really still remains for me, and I know that there's a lot of you folks in the media that are identifying this person as the person in our vehicle. As I mentioned to you already, his body is burnt beyond recognition.
Oh, I thought somebody like drove the car up to the joint and then like hopped out. Nah, he was on some kamikaze suicide bomber stuff. That's mental health issues are real, bro.
And I do still not have confirmation 100% that that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle. And so as I'm calling it now, the subject or person of interest, I will not come back until I have the confirmation through DNA or medical records that this is indeed, in fact, the subject inside of the vehicle. Now, further complicating this identification of this individual, we also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle. One of the handguns was found at his feet inside of the vehicle. Obviously, in how we're trying to identify him, and I'm feeling comfortable to give you this information, is a tremendous amount of substantial evidence to include he rented the Turo vehicle. There are 2 tattoos, one of which was on the stomach and one of which is on the arm, that we can see bits and pieces of it as in comparison to what it is that we now know he had on his body. That has given us a lot of confidence that this is, in fact, the same person, as well as which the clearly obvious, which is the credit cards, the military identification, the passport. And then furthermore, as you'll see here in just a very short period of time, we tracked his movements from Colorado to Las Vegas, and in a number of the photographs that we were able to determine, he was the individual that was driving the vehicle. And also, I'd like to iterate this point to you. We still have only ever seen him in this vehicle, and we're not aware of any other subjects involved in this particular case.
It's crazy,
Hey,
man.
sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you there was a way to get rid of ads like this forever?
We
It's
ain't
called
blocking
Pi, and if
ads,
that's
man. We making sure everybody get paid.
Now,
Y'all watch
I
my
would like
ads,
to acknowledge
okay?
a couple of things because I know what's going on in the social media world, and there are a number of things in this case that are similar to the attack in New Orleans. We do know that our subject here served in the military. In fact, he is a current member of the military. Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
I've heard something else about Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I don't know. If y'all conspiracy theorists, y'all go out there and look for the additional threads between this guy, the New Orleans guy, and whoever else came from Fort Bragg.
What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg, something that continues to remain under investigation. I also know that they both served in Afghanistan in 2009. We don't have any evidence that they were
You
in the
folks be
same
coming home with PTSD,
province in
man.
Afghanistan, the same location, or the same unit. Again, something else that remains under investigation. And we also know, of course, that they both used the rental company Turo to rent their vehicles. As far as his military background, it's been...
It sounds like they have a standard operating procedure, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Some stuff that's been passed around by whoever's disseminating information. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, look. Back in high school, I was a senior. This I graduated in 2012. Yeah, so it's been a little minute. I was a senior, and we had like a young lady that was like a year or two under me, and she eventually was arrested by the FBI for trying to join up with ISIS. Like, she had booked a flight. She was trying to fly out the country to go to the Middle East to go join up with ISIS and further their cause. Crazy things happened in my city, man. Mississippi stuff. But, me thinking about that, it's like, hey, if they can get online, talk to these folks, you got to think about that's like 2012, 2011, 2013 stuff. This 2025, you had the pandemic time period, 2019 to like 2021. That's 2 years of folks just sitting in the house. Ain't no telling what these people in here doing, especially if they messed up with the military. They probably just sitting in there just getting information thrown at them. It's seeping into their brain, and now they thinking that this is Bible, this is law. And so now they going out in the world and they got their, I guess they gall up to go out there and actually act on the stuff that's been ingrained in their thought process for the last 5 years. And then this is the result that we get, man. We gotta work on mental health in this country, bro. We got to. What about America is so bad to these people that they want to go out and just like randomly harm other folks and randomly harm the infrastructure that's been built up here to support the country that we have, man. I'm a black man in America and I'm asking this, you feel me? So come on, bro.
Confirmed by DOD that he was indeed in the United States Army. He was also a Green Beret operations sergeant who spent most of his time at Fort Carson, Colorado, and in Germany. He was on approved leave from Germany, where he was serving with the 10th Special Forces Group. He was also previously...
Yeah, he ain't no regular soldier. He in Special Forces, Green Berets, and all kinds of stuff.
In the National Guard and the Army Reserve. I'd like to point out to you that through exceptional joint investigative effort, we've gotten to a place where we believe we can show you his route to Las Vegas from Colorado.
All right, I appreciate the information about Buddy. Let's switch over to New Orleans
tonight of the carnage unleashed by a Texas man.
And this was, I'm really not even trying to see no footage of it for real. Like I want to hear him talk about it, but senseless violence.
And inspired by ISIS, who...
And I go to New Orleans again. I'm from Mississippi, so that's like our closest big city center. You know what I'm saying? So got a lot of love for New Orleans, and to see this happen down there for people that's just trying to revel and enjoy the New Year's festivities on Bourbon, bro. It's been so many times I've been out on Bourbon, turned up. I'm talking about eyes barely open. I can't see. I'm waiting on the homie to make sure I can get back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? And just think you be that close to danger and death at any moment, bro. You got to stay ready, stay prepared out here.
Who rammed a truck into a crowd celebrating the New Year in New Orleans.
Surveillance video showed.
Buddy's such a classic newscaster. Hey, I don't know if y'all noticed what's going on, man, but like the older generations, like there's not people that's replacing that aesthetic. So we finna lose people that look like this. And ain't nobody finna come in and replace it. The young guys, they gonna have like the earring and the nose ring, the little gauges and stuff, and a couple of face tattoos. Like, we losing these aesthetics, bro.
It was the
I don't know if it's good or
horrifying
bad. I
moments,
just call it
people
out.
desperately trying to get out of the way of the speeding truck. People scattered.
It's fucked up, bro. I'm not finna watch no video of folks running out the way, man.
Hours before the attack. Sandra?
Rick and Cher, there is an urgent search for answers tonight. We know that more than 1,000 law enforcement are working on this case. The FBI...
1,000. And the crazy thing is that Buddy, so he ran his car through the crowd, killed people doing that. And then he hopped out the car and started like trying to kill people with the gun, bro. He had multiple guns inside the whip. And then that's when the police dropped his stupid ass. But it's like, bro, New Year's, man.
FBI has evidence.
New Year's, and that's why I say it feels like this, like an invasion, bro. It feels like an invasion, and I don't want to say it's an invasion, and then, you know, cause I ain't trying to sound like a freaking crazy man, bro. But it feel like an invasion, and you hear so much rhetoric about our borders being open and America just, you know, we were kind of lax on immigration. And then you start to see this, and you start to think about like the driver for this. They talk about Buddy may have been linked in with ISIS and stuff, and it's like
attacker was actually planted.
It's gonna get crazy in 2025. We've never had a full-scale war on American soil. All right, now that's what the history books say. I'm gonna say that the assassination and like the Trail of Tears and all this stuff that happened to the Indian population, I feel like that was a full-scale war. Maybe maybe the other folks wasn't impacted by it, and they were the ones who were coming over here to do like the actual killing. But I feel like that was a full-scale invasion on American soil, of course. And then, you know, we have we had events go on during our Reconstruction, Jim Crow days, where we were invaded by our own people, you know what I'm saying? And they destroyed some of our internal communities and whatnot. But we, you know, we put that in the past. We trying to move past it. It feels like we like that may be a possibility in the future. It feels like that may be a possibility, man. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones.
Bombs to kill more innocent people. And we have the pictures to show you. strolling through the French Quarter just 1 hour before he caused deadly chaos on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. The FBI tonight releasing new images of the truck-driving attacker who killed at least 4.
Street, not quite sure why. I mean, I think one can assume that it was lots of people, New Year's Eve.
Investigators now confident the ISIS-inspired terrorist acted alone.
We do not assess that anyone else is involved in this attack except for Shamsuddin Jabbar.
The FBI has uncovered video of the attacker planting an explosive device in a cooler on Bourbon Street and another device 2 blocks away. The killer, 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar.
Why, bro? Why? And he already dead. You can't even go get no revenge, you feel me? Because he already got killed by the police.
Bar apparently had a remote detonator, but the devices did not go off. Investigators say in less than 24 hours, they were flooded with more than 400 tips about Jabbar.
Over 1,000 law enforcement agents and officers, men and women, have been poring over countless amounts of data, of videos, of surveillances.
At the attacker's New Orleans rented home, agents recovered evidence, including 2 laptops and 3 cell phones.
Many here devastated as we.
All right, I want y'all thoughts in the comments after this. All right, so the old movie Minority Report, there's like these oracles that could determine if somebody was going to do a crime, and there was this police force that was tasked with going out and getting these people that would commit a crime before they commit the crime. And these people who didn't commit the crime, but they had these oracles that said they would get charged with the intent to commit this crime before they even committed it. And so I wonder, in 2025, let's say that we got this almighty algorithm. We got the supercomputer by Google, and you put information to the supercomputer by Google, it's gonna let you know, hey, these people have a propensity for crime. They may go out and do this, or they may go out and do blah blah blah. Would you want the police, the letter agencies, would you want them to be able to prosecute or to be able to do like a preemptive investigation on somebody, even though they hadn't committed the crime yet, but just based on the quote unquote algorithm saying that this person has a high risk chance of committing the crime? There's a chance that you could prevent all of these things from happening, but there's also a chance that you get innocent people that may not have actually acted on the ability to do crime, and they just, they end up going into the system as well. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think about that. I think about how many people get impacted by shit like this, and I wonder. And in the future, it's definitely a possibility. I wonder if it could help us. I don't know, man. But I don't like saying shit like this.
Sadness and grief.
The Sugar Bowl, postponed until today, went on with a moment of silence and increased security. Those killed in the attack.
Right, you got the Super Bowl coming to New Orleans next year. Well, this year. It's already next year. It's 2025 now, bro. And I don't know, man. I don't know. New Orleans, it ain't no lawless city, but I don't know. I feel like New Orleans ain't a lawless city, but I feel like there are ways you can like move around under the shadows, if that makes sense. And it makes me nervous about what could potentially happen in the Super Bowl.
Remembered at the game, including Matthew Tenedoria.
I ain't trying to be a negative Nardo, you feel me? But man, this just doesn't. The year has not started off in a great way based on this. Rest in peace to these victims and condolences to their families, man.
Who worked in the audiovisual department there at the Superdome. 28-year-old Tiger Beck, a Princeton grad working on Wall Street. Nicole Perez, a young mother of a 4-year-old son, and 11 others. Also today, New Orleans city workers installed yellow barricades around Bourbon Street to block cars and protect pedestrians.
That's crazy because they
14
already had these barricades around Bourbon. Like, they not on every street somewhere that you can't drive through, but the majority of streets have these little barricades, especially like at nighttime. They put them up because they don't want folks going through there. So
were placed on Bourbon
especially
Street
on New Year's, bro. This is just an
to
unfortunate
honor
situation.
those
Please.
who died.
Yeah, between this, man, New Orleans, Las Vegas, man, y'all pray for these two cities. It's crazy out here, man. Y'all stay safe. Protect yourself. Protect your loved ones. Hey, they what Roddy Ricch say, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Come on, man. We gonna get up out of here, man. Like I say, y'all stay safe out there. Keep your antennas up. You know what I'm saying? Have some wherewithal about yourself and make sure you make it home safely, man. But we out of here. Big Nardo, it's 2025, man. We finna keep it going. You hear me? Let's get it. Peace.